100 Civics Questions with Answers Part 5 Questions 61 to 75 Animated Roleplay for Easy Learning. Let's hit 1,000 likes. Tap that button now. The classroom was filled with a quiet focus as Andrea began the next round of questions. The students had now settled into a confident rhythm, their pens moving swiftly across the pages as they eagerly awaited the next set. Andrea knew they were making great progress, and she was excited to see how they would handle these questions, which would dive deeper into U.S. geography, rights, and government structure.
All right, everyone, you've been doing amazing so far. So let's keep the momentum going. These next questions will cover some important aspects of our government, history, and the rights of citizens. Ready? Let's get started. Question 61. Name one state that borders Mexico. A. Texas. B. California. C. Florida.
I'll go with B. California.
That's correct. California shares a border with Mexico, along with several other states like Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. The U.S.-Mexico border stretches nearly 2,000 miles. Question 62. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? A. Vote and run for office. B. Pay taxes and own property. C. Follow the law and pay taxes.
I'll go with A. Vote and run for office.
Exactly. Voting in elections and running for office are two of the most direct ways Americans can participate in their democracy. These rights allow citizens to choose their leaders and even become leaders themselves. Question 63. What is the capital of the United States? A. New York City. B. Washington, D.C. C. Los Angeles.
I'll go with B. Washington, D.C.
Correct. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States, and it's home to the federal government, including the White House, the Capitol, and the Supreme Court. Question 64. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? A. 100. B. 435. C. 500.
I'll go with B. 435.
Yes, that's right. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members. The number of representatives each state has is based on population, ensuring a fair representation of the people. Question 65. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? A. 16 and older. B. 18 and older. C. 21 and older.
I'll go with B. 18 and older.
Correct. U.S. citizens must be 18 or older to vote in presidential elections. This is a fundamental right granted by the 26th Amendment, which lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. Question 66. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? A. Freedom of speech. B. Right to a fair trial. C. Right to vote.
I'll go with A. Freedom of speech.
Exactly. The First Amendment protects several rights, including freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, and the right to peacefully assemble. Question 67. What does the President's Cabinet do? A. Appoints judges. B. Advises the President. C. Writes bills.
I'll go with B. Advises the President.
Correct. The President's Cabinet is made up of the heads of federal agencies and departments who advise the President on important matters and help implement policies across the country. Question 68. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. A. The Civil War. B. World War II. C. The Revolutionary War.
I'll go with B. World War II.
Exactly. The United States fought in several significant wars in the 1900s, including World War I and World War II. These wars had a major impact on global politics and the course of history. Question 69. Name one right only for United States citizens. A. Vote in a federal election. B. Serve on a jury. C. Own land.
I'll go with A. Vote in a federal election.
Correct. Voting in federal elections is a right reserved for U.S. citizens. This gives citizens the power to choose their leaders and have a say in the nation's direction. Question 70. Where is the Statue of Liberty? A. San Francisco Bay. B. Boston Harbor. C. New York Harbor.
I'll go with C. New York Harbor.
Exactly. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor and has been a symbol of freedom, democracy, and hope for millions of immigrants arriving in the United States. Question 71. What does the Constitution do? A. Sets up the government. B. Provides Social Security. C. Guarantees all jobs.
I'll go with A. Sets up the government.
Correct. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land and lays the foundation for the country's government. It establishes the three branches of government and outlines the rights of citizens. Question 72. The idea of self-government is in the first three words of the Constitution. What are these words? A. We the people. B. In God we trust. C. We are free.
I'll go with A. We the people.
That's right. We the people are the first three words of the U.S. Constitution, signifying that the government derives its power from the consent of the governed. This is the essence of self-government. Question 73. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators? A. Answer depends on where you live. B. Nancy Pelosi. C. Mike Johnson.
I'll go with A. Answer depends on where you live.
Exactly. Each state has 2 U.S. senators, and the specific senators depend on where you live. They represent your state in the Senate, advocating for your state's interests at the national level. Question 74. What does the judicial branch do? A. Reviews laws. B. Makes laws. C. Enforces laws.
I'll go with A. Reviews laws.
Correct. The judicial branch, led by the Supreme Court, is responsible for reviewing laws to ensure they are consistent with the Constitution. It interprets the law and resolves legal disputes. Question 75. What are the two major political parties in the United States? A. Democratic and Republican. B. Green and Libertarian. C. Socialist and Independent.
I'll go with A. Democratic and Republican.
Exactly. The two major political parties in the U.S. are the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. They dominate the political landscape, although other smaller parties also exist. Great work, everyone. You've finished another round of questions. Keep up the excellent effort, and I'll see you next time.
The students began to pack up, their faces reflecting a mix of satisfaction and focus. With each lesson, they were mastering the material more confidently. There was a sense of accomplishment in the air, and the next session awaited. The road to success was well on its way, and everyone was eager to continue.